Tomorrow we are finally getting the rerun for Stellar Blade. Only Eve is coming tomorrow with Mint. You guys have the banners on the website as usual, right? So Mint and Eve are coming at the same time. Now, Sefhi, should I be pulling for Eve and Raven? Should I be pulling for Mint? Should I just go for more dupes on Neon? What should I do? I'll make a full priority tomorrow after we test Mint, right? I need to test Mint to see if I change my opinion or not on where you should be pulling. But right now, this is going to be a full updated guide for Eve in case you decide you want to pull for her or you want more dupes. My god, Eve looks fine, brother. She's such a good eye candy. And she's also a good character. Like, let's not pretend she's not a good character. Now, both Eve and Raven, they are great characters for Iron Week content. It's almost exclusive for Iron Week content. If it's exclusive to Iron Week content, Raven can be used as a neutral DPS depending on how you build her. We'll talk about her next week. So let's focus on Eve, and as usual, hello Generation, welcome back to Rerun Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, the updated Eve build, how to build her, how I have mine built, and a little bit of the japping on the new page, right? So that said, let's jump into this. We can start with how I have mine built, and then we'll go into the website and check the recommendations for everything and why those recommendations. Like I said earlier, she has a full doll, right? Fully invested, overload level 0, 10, 10, 10. Usually, she's gonna be either running a distraction, a resilience, or a bastion. It heavily depends. Most of the time, resilience or bastion. That said, for the gear, I have her with elemental attack in here. I have her with elemental, crit rate max ammo. I have her with crit rate attack max ammo. I do want to reroll this for an elemental line, and I have her with LA attack crit damage. Now this line, guys, can you give me some luck right now and get some elemental? Surely. Okay, I'll take the crit. It's fine. I'll take the crit. I will prefer elemental, and I will be going for the elemental, but not now. For now, she's gonna stay with that. She's a pretty good character. Now, how to actually build her. That's not the build that I will be going for at the moment, because there is a few extra things to consider. If you go into the Eve page right here, and we can talk about her skills as well, okay? Eve is a pretty simple character. If we're talking about her skills, skill 1, right? Activates when entering battle. She will get some crit rate at level 7 is a 51% continuously. At level 10 is 60% continuously. Pretty good. Then activates when landing 44 critical hits, which is not that much considering this, 60%. And then you pair her with Mint tomorrow. You pair her with the Maids for more crit. You pair her with Sui. With any character that gives crit rate, is not that bad because it's an assault rifle. Pretty good fire rate, right? So this is not that bad. She's gonna be dealing damage of final attack as damage, attack sequentially for 3 times. And then activates when unstable energy hits the target. So when this is the target, not only she's doing 207% at level 7, she's also doing a damage taken debuff for 10 seconds. 8% at level 7, 10% at level 10, 240%, which honestly, I will say is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a 30-something% increase in here, and it's not even a 2% on the damage taken, right? So obviously, if we're talking about skill 1, this is one of the most important parts, but you could be leaving this at level 7. Again, this is more damage for her because of this 30%. It's not because of the damage taken, because damage taken at level 7 is more than enough. If you are using her as a pure debuffer, level 7 is enough. If you want to use her as a not only buffer, but also a DPS herself, or a sub DPS, right, rather, go for level 10 here. That's a skill 1. Then we have a skill 2, activates when entering battle, affecting herself. She will get the Eagle Eye type Exospine. Previous effects trigger repeatedly, getting 30% of attack of caster's attack continuously, and maximum capacity increased by 14% continuously. That's why I removed the ammo line, and I don't worry as much because she already has an extra line, and she also has this right here. So pretty nice self-buff. At level 7, we're talking about a 43% attack and a 22% almost maximum capacity. At level 10, 50%, 25%. This does not matter. I would not take this at level 10 because, as you can see, it's only a 7% increase, and it's only going to be a less than a 4% of the maximum capacity. So level 7 on the skill 2 is more than enough to stay competitive. Now, activates when landing 10 normal attacks, not crits, not nothing, just 10 normal attacks. Affects self if the target belongs to electric code, and this is why she's exclusive for the most part for for iron weak content, right? Because the damage taken is only for them, and also because skill 2 will act as a bastion cube. You get a reload of 3 rounds. So that's for her skill 2. And then we have her burst. Her burst at level 7, a random enemy will be dealing 400 attack of 400% of final attack as damage, attacking sequentially for 6 times, and then getting the Exospine MK2, where you will be getting for 7 seconds damage multiplier of unstable energy. Sequential attacks is scaled by 100%, which is your damage right here for the unstable energy, and also triggers Eagle Eye type Exospine MK2. My god, these names. Effects damage multiplier for Eagle Eye type Exospine is scaled by 100%, brother. Skill 2, Eagle Eye type Exospine. All of these is also gonna be scaling. Like, it's a pretty good self buff, but at level 7 is enough because this doesn't scale. Like, this is 100%, right? 100% always. So the only thing that's really changing is gonna be the duration. If you care about having the full duration of Fall Burst, you go level 10. And if you, like I said earlier, want to run her as a DPS, it's also pretty good. As you can see, 394 all the way to 457. So you can go with her 1077, or if you really like her and you want to use her as a DPS, like is my case, you could be going for a 10-7-10 if you want, right? If you want. So that's for the skills. Now, when it comes to the actual full build and what I would recommend right now, like I said earlier, Bastion is the best one to pair with the skill 1. So you have like a double Bastion cube. You have your skill 2 refunding 3 bullets, plus your Bastion refunding also another 3 bullets every time you fire 10 rounds. And these are procs at the same time, by the way. A skill 2 is not every 10 attacks, and Bastion is also when fighting 10 rounds. So you're gonna be reloading 6 bullets every single time, which is really nice, really nice. So that's the first cube, right? Bastion, if not resilience, if not destruction, if you want to be increasing damage on bosses where you can take advantage of it. When it comes to the gear, elemental, attack, and crit damage take priority. And the reason we're going for crit damage at the moment is because we're getting more crit buffers, and since she came out also, again, she's getting a 60% crit rate on her own on a skill 1. So it's not hard to get a 90+% crit rate on her. If I remember correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. I believe the base crit rate for all characters is 15%. So this is already a 75% if I'm not tripping. So it's not hard to get this to 80-90+% with a couple characters if you are buffing more crit rate, or even just on her own. Again, 75 is pretty good for crit rate. So that's why we go for crit damage. After that, max ammo capacity and crit rate are still great fillers. There is nothing to care. You could go for hit rate because this is an assault rifle, and assault rifles do benefit from hit rate, but it's not necessary. Or we could say it's not as good as going for max ammo and crit rate, right? But that's for the build, that's for the skills. Let's talk a little bit about pros and cons as well. At the moment, Eve is a really strong sub DPS and debuffer, one of the strongest debuffers in the game for Iron weak content. The only character that can rival her is going to be the actual best debuffer for Iron, which is Helm Aquamarine, right? So Helm Aquamarine is a fantastic character. She is really good. It's been a character that we've been seeing everywhere, like on all raids basically, right? So it's always been a nice girl. Also, obviously, right, assets, I don't think we need to be talking about this, but this is a character that eye candy wise is just too good to be passing on. And those are her pros, there's nothing else. There is nothing. Oh my god, did I break the game? Brother, shift up, what are you doing? I swear to god, this game, I don't know what they break every single time they update, but we just break literally this. It doesn't even let me quit. All right, I guess we'll just leave this screen right here, and we can go into the pro and into the con, which is it's hard to slot her on campaign at high deficit outside bossing stages, since both skill 1 and burst affect the random enemies. That is the only con she has, and is that for campaign itself, it's not a good character. For raids, however, if you go to usage, every single Iron weak solo raid, you will see her. If you are checking on Union raid as well, on a lot of popular teams, she's being used as an Iron debuffer as well. So if you care about raids, I will say grab a copy 100%. Abnormal characters have gotten quite a bit better when it comes to lasting in the meta. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, right? Both her and Raven are fantastic characters. So that's basically everything for the updated Eve review. I updated her page recently this week with the skills and the gear and whatnot to be a little bit more up to date with the recommendations. And that's it for this video, boys. Tomorrow we will be live in 12 hours. When this video goes up, I should be starting a stream or around that time, right? Around that time. That's it. That's everything for this one. As usual, we are live every single day. You guys have the links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, the internet, and I'll see you on the next one.